Welcome to Android App Addicts, episode number 48, the show where we bring apps to the table, apps that could help you in life, apps that could just make life just more enjoyable, apps that could save lives, apps that could ruin lives. We do it all here. We bring it. This is the stuff that can change your life. That's the apps we bring. That's the only kind of apps we bring. And some fun, stupid stuff, too. Helping me with the show is a bunch of guys today. Look at this cast. This is a jolly good cast. Let's starting off with the Door-to-Door Geek, Steve McLaughlin from DoorToDoorGeek.com. What's up, Door?
Hey, man. Just would like to go to work one day this week and not have to stay home with my sick child, but it looks like he's finally getting over it. So tomorrow will be my first day into work, even though it's Friday.
Well, I guess I don't have kids, so I can't really feel the pain, but I would think that not going to work and having the day off is like when you're sick and stay home from school. No, because when you're sick and staying home from school, you have someone else giving you something to drink, a bowl of chicken noodle soup. Yeah.
With me, I'm cleaning up puke and chasing him down, trying to give him medicine which he don't like to take.
I understand.
And then just hearing constant, I want to watch Timmy Turner. I want to watch Timmy Turner. I want to watch Timmy Turner.
Now, Timster, Dora just told us some of his distress. Does it compare to what you've been through in the last week?
Have you ever been forced now, didn't have a choice to sit down next to a screaming 2-year-old for 4 hours? Have you? Anybody?
Me. It's mine.
It's yours.
But it's mine, so I can go and put my hand over his mouth and look at him and say, stop crying.
But you can at least go to another room a little bit, right? Or something, right?
When he's sick, I want to comfort him. Or
when
strangle
he's sick. That's one good thing I can say. I'm glad this particular child I'm talking about wasn't like puking and all like you're saying. Ugh. But I have been forced to sit next to a screaming 2-year-old on a plane on my trip to Seattle I took this past week.
That sounds really fun, man.
Oh, it was just awesome.
I'm sure we'll hear more details of the trip as the show progresses. Yeah. That was Tim Kelly from timscomputerfix.com. Thank you, Tim, for being still able and energized enough to be on the show.
Yes, I'm here.
Cool. Also joining us, Sean Johnson, SJ Geek 89. What's up, Sean?
What's going on, guys? Glad to be back again.
Glad to have you back. Nice, bright, good picture of Sean today. Look how clean that camera looks.
Sharp.
Is that a new camera?
Yeah, I got it about a week ago.
Sweet. I knew something was different about Sean. It's beautiful.
I was going to discredit it to Google Plus.
Door credits everything to Google Plus.
Everything to Google.
Google Plus created the world in 7 days. Also, joining us, Eric Ardini from SiliconWrench.com. Yo, Eric.
Hello, guys.
How's it going with you?
It's going good. Busy week. Having a good week. I would say I'm glad to be here on another podcast again, too, with Sean. Me and him like to hang out in the Android App Addicts, I think.
I know. Sean told me today, me and Eric come in a 2-for-1 deal, don't we?
I feel like I have a new big brother.
If there's ever a show where one of them is not here, they're going to be like, where's Eric? Where's Sean?
I start beeping when I get away from him too far.
Hey, look at Eric in the new studios, man.
Eric, something different about you, too. What is up? What's that you got going on?
It's a totally different office. We changed it up a little bit. I should have taken the background picture for the green screen to show it off like it used to look like. You liked so much, I know, Steve, but we've got to make it look a little cleaner.
I like it. I really like it. It's better than the old one. All right. So many guests to choose from. Who's going to start it off? Door, pick a number between 1 and 4. Quick.
2.
Okay, Timster, you want to start us off for today?
Yeah, sure. Now I'm going to talk about, let me see. Where do I start here? Okay. Well, I'm going to talk about an app that's been talked about before. And I don't care what anybody says or who might reprimand me or what may happen or because I need to give this app some serious props. So imagine this. Follow me if you will. your job is to take your wife, your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, and your father-in-law to line them all up with plane tickets and get them shipped clear across the country, escort them basically.
Literally across. I mean, you went probably the farthest distance you can.
From the southeast to the northwest, Seattle. And from that point, you are going to be sure, okay, we're talking 3 different hotels in Seattle. We are talking a wedding that my brother-in-law's got married. So now you have to orchestrate getting a rent-a-car, going to a large, crowded city you have no idea that you've never been to in your life, and immediately find these hotels, get your relatives where they need to be. You also are in charge of taking care of picking up some of the rental equipment, the wedding cake, all this stuff from different locations around the city.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
So imagine, if you will, and okay, where we stayed, where all this was going on in Seattle is an area called Lake Union. And also in this area, they're redoing all the streets, tons of construction going on, roads blocked off, just chaos. It was literally chaos at certain times of the day, especially. Well, I'm going to tell everybody right now what got me through this all, what made the traveling just a breeze.
Captain Morgan?
Captain Morgan. God. along with Google Maps and along with the GPS that comes on the Android phone. Man, I can't say enough about it. I don't know where to start to say, but it didn't lead me wrong one time. And I'm even talking about the construction that was going on, the roads that were blocked off in Seattle. It freaking just, it led me down the right path every single time. And I was able to find every hotel. I was able to make every appointment. That total aspect of my trip went just 100% smooth.
How did you find these places? Did you just type it in? Did you talk into it? Did you use a trip, like the trip feature, or just how did you use it? Google Maps?
Nah, just basically pulled up maps, hit navigate, and then it asks you, do you want to type navigation or say navigation?
Oh, you used that to turn-by-turn direction.
Navigation, yep. And I just typed them in, and at first I was trying to get exact addresses, like numbers and street addresses.
Right.
But what I found out was all I got to do is type in the name of the place.
Right.
It knew every name of the hotel. It knew every venue that was around that city. It knew all the restaurants. I mean, all I had to do was type a part of the name of these locations in, and it filled in the rest for me. I just can't say enough about the navigation on the Android phones is just amazing. Incredible. So let me tell you again, I also met up with some other members of the family who were using like their Garmin's, and they were getting misled. They they weren't finding the places right. They were asking me. They had it. Two of my family members actually had an Android Droid 2, but they weren't using the GPS feature built into it. They were using their Garmin. And they're going, God, there's just got to be an easier way. How are you finding your way around? I says, I'm using GPS on my Android phone. Oh, I've never used that, or I've tried to. It never really. Does it really work that good? I said, it's great.
What were they using? Google Maps or like Sprint Nav or some crap like that?
Yeah. Well, they were using their Garmin, basically.
Garmin, that's like so 2010.
I know. But,
I was going to say 2005.
It is.
I told them to try it. And they said, well, so I just, and they say, how do you use it? So I just, grab their phone, turn it on, just show them, press this, and bam, you're good to go.
Wow.
And then the next gathering we had there in Seattle, they came up to me and go, man, we just can't believe how much better, the GPS is on this device. They practically want to just trash their Garmin.
They should.
Yeah. But
that's good, man. That's good to know. I'm a huge.
That's a big deal, man. It's a big city. I had a lot of places, a lot of different places to go, and everything was like timed perfectly. It was a big wedding, and everything just went so good due to the fact that I had the navigation on my Android phone. So.
Yeah.
Awesome, Tim. Glad it helped you.
I was going to say, I've been there before. I was utterly blown away at how genuinely nice most of the people I ran into were there. I love the city. But I've tried every GPS app, period. I can't find anything that even competes or compares with the built-in turn-by-turn maps, navigation, location, just like Timster said. Most of the places, you just got to type in the first 4 to 5 characters. And it's right there in the list. Bang, go.
Yep.
Wow.
And there was no think time about it. I had my whole phone, network turned off from the time I left the Southeast and arrived in the Northeast and turned my system back on my phone, took it out of airplane mode and bam, immediately. There was no learning curve when it came to that at all for my Droid.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan. Go ahead, Sean.
I was just gonna say, I totally agree with Timster on that. As a matter of fact, there's been times I've wanted to bring it up on this show because I use it all the time. I have a TomTom, and when I went on vacation a few weeks ago, that I had them both going. I had my phone, Google Navigation, and TomTom, and the TomTom was wrong. And I was like, all right, one of these is right. I followed the phone, and it took me right where I wanted to go. But the thing is, a lot of people, I don't even think they know that it's there, or they think they have to pay for it. Because I've told a few guys at work, and they're like, don't you have to pay for that? So I think maybe Google should kind of advertise it a little more.
I don't know if the carriers want them to, because the carriers want them to buy their crappy ones.
Well, screw the carriers. It's Google phone. It's Android, so. Maybe they don't advertise. I don't know. Put the word out there.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Because it is good. It really is. Timster's right. I use it almost every day on the way home from work, and I live like 10 minutes away from work, and I know exactly how to get home, but I know which way the traffic is. I have a few different ways that I can check the traffic on it, and it's
it's could be such a huge selling point for the device.
Yeah,
huge.
I know. I moved my brother. Me and my dad moved my brother down to Florida this last weekend from Philly. So that was a trip that we took. I flew there and drove back. And the way I actually like to use Google Maps in certain places is I use Keep Screen. Well, I go to Google Maps. I use Keep Screen to keep the app on no matter what. The screen stays on. And then I turn my GPS on. And when you have your GPS on, when you're looking for Google Maps, the little blue triangle actually moves on the map with wherever you go. And I like looking at it from that viewpoint. I like seeing the blue triangle move around and just go from place to place that way.
Yeah.
And then
I did that on the plane when we were like taxiing away from the terminal,
That's
I can
awesome.
just watch where we are on the runway. And it actually shows the freaking runway, man.
Does it? That's so great.
Every freaking, turn or whatever that runway took, it was there. That's amazing.
Props for Google Maps. Thank you, Tim.
Okay.
Sean, what do you got?
Okay, my first app is it's called Extensive Notes, and there's a free version and a paid version. I have the free version, and I can't tell you what the difference is. All I can say is it does a lot of stuff. It does just regular notes. It does video notes, audio notes, speech to text notes.
Sounds extensive.
It does so much. It does so much, and I only use it basically. I have certain notes already set up. I don't know if you can see, but probably not. But
yeah,
pull it back a little bit. Yeah, we can see.
It basically, I set up my own notes. That way, when I'm listening to shows, I have like Android apps, Linux for the rest of us. I have it already preset, so if I hear something, I just boom, hit it, tap it, and just write it in. So it's right there, and they're always. It keeps them all organized.
Does it sync it with anything?
I don't know. I think it may, but I never really checked that out. It's more, because I used to, before I got my phone, when you first started just podnutz, I used to, I had like a thick notepad I got from Big Lots, and I would write it in pencil all the time, and I could go back a couple years through, and they're pretty much worn out. So I was like, all right, I need something that I can do on my phone. But other apps that I use, it was like I'd have it all in the same note. You know what I'm saying? So this way I can keep it kind of separate. Windows, applications, I have a TV and movie in case I'm listening to a podcast or talking about a movie or something to recommend, I'll put it in there, and all the podnutz shows that I listen to.
Ooh.
So I can just kind of reference those.
I want to
real quick.
I'm going to get this actually.
Same here. It does have a import export from the SD card, so you technically could export it to like a Dropbox folder or a sync folder, thus you have it synced, backed up, I'd say. But this thing's insane. It even has a body mass index calculator built in.
Really?
Wow.
It's kind of insane, the list of features. I've never seen an Android app page go down as much. When you click more to look at the description, it just keeps going and keeps going. Dictionary, word link, WordNet, abbreviation.
Oh my god, you're right. I clicked more and it just blasted the page open. Holy crap.
How did we not know about this?
It's very obnoxious, and I don't think the normal person would touch a quarter of it. But it's just I love having options in my applications. I like simple apps that work, but I also like something like this that has so much, but it's still very simple.
Right.
I mean, I've never had a problem with it, and you set it up how you want.
This is freaking crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that we just figured out about the SD card, because I ROM my phone the other day. I'm constantly flashing my phone. I get bored and I want to try new stuff. And luckily, before I did, I made a backup of my phone to restore to, because when I did flash it and I went into titanium and put the extensive notes back on, my notes were all gone. They were completely gone until I got bored with that ROM, and I said, okay, I went in and did the normal routine, and I just went back to recovery and went back to the ROM the way I had it all set up, and luckily they were in there. So I'm going to start doing this, put them to the SD card and make sure they're all set up that way.
Damn.
Wow.
That's pretty
As
cool.
luck would have it.
It even has a lookup for slang terms and an ohms calculator.
An ohm calculator?
Yeah, ohms law calculator, it says.
That's so great. I'm going to definitely check that out. Thank you, Sean.
All right.
I was going to say something about it, Sean, but I forget. Did you give up using Cozy with your family? Is that what it's called, Cozy?
Yeah. No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm working on her.
Okay. All right, good. Eric, let's do Door, and then we'll come to you. How about that?
Okay.
Door, you're next.
Okay. The app I have, it might be a little bit late in the season, but I don't care. I absolutely love to barbecue. I don't know how you guys feel. I love to barbecue. One, it gets me out of the house. A little bit of peace and quiet for a couple seconds. And, it brings me at one with my
manhood.
My like prehistoric man over fire. So there was a free app of the day on the Amazon App Store called iCooking Barbecue, which I know it's probably over on the iPhone first, but I don't care. This app I found to be disgustingly pretty.
Disgusting.
It is virtually disgustingly pretty, but at the same time, it really is chock full of good recipes and how-tos on how to grill and what to grill. And
wow.
And I just found some really good things. I actually impressed my wife. I didn't tell her I saw on the app, but I did. Oh God, what are they called now? You take the metal thing, stick them through the stuff, and kebabs.
Just kebabs. Yeah.
Bacon wrapped scallop kebabs. Oh my gosh.
I know. I didn't do them just because I couldn't find scallops quick enough. But I did some kebabs, and it had a marinade for the meat. And I did that, and then it had separate vegetables with a little like glaze over top it. So I did both of them. Turned out frigging phenomenal. I liked it a lot.
Wow. This is a pretty app.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, I downloaded that app also. I haven't had a chance to use it and cook anything out of it. I also downloaded, they had a cookbook that went with it like a couple weeks ago or so. And I got that one. And the only thing that's missing out of them is like, I don't know, we're kind of big on this calorie count and things like that. I always look for that in my app. But, you ever seen me,
Not with
See
bacon
why.
wrap stuff. I don't think you're going to be counting calories here.
yeah, on the barbecue side, yeah, calorie count's probably out the door. But I just wondered, like on the regular cookbook, I was hoping it would have a little more there.
Right. Yeah. See, I'm the opposite. I got that one. I didn't get a chance to look in that one yet, but the barbecue one, any excuse to barbecue, I'm all over. Even though while I was barbecuing, I looked over less than 3 feet from me in 100-degree heat, which everyone knows makes things a little bit more active, was the pole for the base, for the umbrella, for the table. Nothing's in there. It's just the base with a circle in it about a good 1.5 inches. And I look in there and I see balancing ever so gingerly a honeycomb with wasp. And I'm pretty sure it was wasp or yellow jackets going all ballistic all around it. I just turned around. I don't care. I'm grilling. I just sat there and grilled the whole time. And then when the wife tried to come out, I said, "You might not want to come out. There's wasp over there."
You're going to care in a minute. They'll make you care.
Right. I was like,
you mean they found a nice home in there, huh?
they did. So I told her, "You better go back in the house. Leave me out here.
Yeah.
I'll be fine."
Oh, you bonded with
Cook. Flip. Cook.
Good one.
If I could have gave him a treat, I would have.
How much is that one? This app?
Oh, it was free Amazon app of the day, 99 cents, I believe.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it was free. What was it? Like 2 days ago, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on like the 1st or the 31st of July.
The same thing happened last week. You came with an app that was free that I was going to get, and I was like, oh, I'll get it later.
That's right. Except that one was more expensive than this one.
Yeah, that was like $1. I'm telling you, I follow what Lee said. I got the Amazon app day reminder, AAMOTD, whatever, when it was free. Now it's 99 cents.
The reminder's 99 cents.
Yes. Okay. Every day at 7 a.m., I get a ding on my phone. Ding, here's the app of the day. I literally just click it, hit get app. And then when it pops up and asks you want to install with your package manager kind of thing, I just cancel out of it. So then anytime I want the app, I just go back into the Amazon app and say install.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I need to start doing.
That's awesome. So you don't have to install the app. You just have to...
You just have to register it with that service that you want it.
Man, damn, that's really a good tip.
That's
basically in your queue then for any time afterwards.
Yep.
Good job, guys.
And the beautiful thing about the Amazon marketplace, not that it's riddled with DRM, which it is, but if you have 5 devices in your family, hypothetically, you know how you have Amazon Prime, you, by their standards, are supposed to share it with your immediate family. You can have 5 devices, or even I think 10, 20, all with the same login to the Amazon App Store, and everyone else will get that app for free as well.
Wow.
And there is no violation. There is no EULA you're breaking or anything. That is how it is intended.
You want to adopt me? Be part of your family?
You got to chip in, though, man.
Good app store. What I wanted to say about Sean's app was the name of the company who makes extensive notes, Fluffy Delusions.
Awesome.
I'm telling you, I want to start an app company just so I can name it something cool. That's the only reason why. All right, Eric, what do you got for us today?
I got a question. Well, first, I've got the most facial hair this week. What happened to Hulk Hogan door? Done with that?
The heat got to me. I just went up in the bathroom and I just freaked out and just cut it all off.
Did I miss something? What do you mean, Hulk Hogan?
Well, I used to have, thing.
Yeah, the handlebars going.
Yeah.
So I got a question. Has everybody got Spotify yet? Now that it's released in the United States?
Nope.
I got it.
Got it?
I know.
Anybody,
did not
anybody
yet.
who doesn't have it, and you want it, I don't know if it's still only invitation only, but I'm going to put a link right here to get it. And I got it easily enough. It's strange. You go to www.spotify.com/us/herbal essences, as in the shampoo. From that website, you just type in your email and you will get an email that'll let you right in. Once you download that on your computer, then you can also take the link or go to the marketplace, which is I'll also post that link. The marketplace, you can download it to your Android phone. And a few weeks ago, I reviewed Grooveshark, and I would have to say that this is a lot like Grooveshark. But the thing that I found that it's missing, and it seems to have as much music as Grooveshark, except for a couple of the Grooveshark songs, for whatever reason, would be in there, and you would only get a quarter of the song, like maybe it was a preview of it or something. This one seems to have all the songs, but it doesn't. I have not found like a radio. You can get your top hits, top tracks, and it'll keep playing them, but it doesn't just automatically throw new music in there every now and then, or really customized to my liking that I've found yet. I don't know if anybody else has had any other experience with it other than that. But I do like it, and the sound quality is great. And you just, like Grooveshark, you just type in whatever song you want to hear, and it plays it.
I'll preface this by, I'm an out of the loop idiot, but Spotify, you could just basically go and listen to anything you want, right? And you don't have to download it. It streams, or does it download?
Right, it streams.
It streams.
It just got released into the United States like 2 weeks ago or a week ago.
And how is it legal? I mean, how do they make their money? And then you guys could talk about the app. I just need to know this because it's just...
There's a subscription. You can get like a plus or a higher premium version of it.
Yeah, the reason I don't have it is the only native Linux version you can install is the one you are willing to pay for. On Windows, you can install the free one. So as soon as I heard that, I said, I guess I don't need it.
And the record companies are cool with this. Spotify's paying them, huh?
Well, they're getting some kind of money. Supposedly, like if I'm an artist, for me to survive, I need to hypothetically sell, I think it's something like 30 CDs a month. Hypothetically, it's somewhere like that. If I want to make a living from Spotify, my song has to be played something like 100 million times a month.
Right. Yep.
So they're getting money somehow, but they're not getting much.
I know that's why I can't believe that they're allowed to do this, because the record companies don't settle for we're not getting much unless something's changed. I don't know. That's curious. I'll find out about that later. But anyway.
Well, and less than a week after it launched, there was someone who tried to sue them. I know I heard about it. I don't know how far it's going to go, but I know somebody almost immediately tried to sue them.
Okay. Well, does anybody have an answer to Eric's question about playlists?
No, I don't have a question.
Not playlists. I mean stations. Sorry.
But I have a question. Are you using it on your Droid, Eric?
Yep. Here, I'll play some Katy Perry. That's good pod safe music, right?
Lilo isn't here.
Is there video to it?
Oops. Oh.
Good.
You know
Don't play Katy Perry. If you play Katy Perry, YouTube will probably take this show down.
Here's the thing. On the Android app, it would not let me stream it. On that, at least that song.
What, do you have to download it?
Well, that's
where the premium comes in. You get it on the Windows, but not. Okay, now that is exactly the same business model as Grooveshark. Then you get it for free on the computer. Well, no, Grooveshark gives you a limited amount on the Android. They give you at least some that. I think the difference was, maybe it was the same business model where you have to pay for the Android, but the computer was totally free.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and in the UK, those people only get something like 23, I want to say something like a month, some limited number of tracks per day they can listen to, and then it's like expires, and then tomorrow you can log back in and play more music.
I see.
Where here there is some kind of unlimited thing, but I know it comes with hooks.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know. I went through some kind of weird hoops to get it myself, and I tried it on the computer. It worked fine. and it was different than Pandora, where you actually put in the song or album if you wanted, and it would play it. Where Pandora is kind of, random to that song or artist.
Right.
But then I went and it said that you had to have the premium account. So honestly, I haven't. Because of that, I was just like, I got Google Music. I'm not going to pay for another service.
This was a good app to bring because I know a lot of people are using this. I have not embraced it yet. Anything else about Spotify? Okay. Whose turn is it? Back to Tim. What do you got, Tim?
Yeah, I could have used Spotify on the trip I just took. It would have been nice. So, besides listening to music, what would you guys love to do? 30,000 feet in the air with nothing but
club.
time to kill.
I know,
you
you
beat me to it.
Yeah, well, besides that, a few other things too. I would love to play, and I did play on my Tegra 2 device,
Here it comes.
Pinball HD.
All right.
And
That app's gorgeous.
I must say, I loaded up with some games to try out since I knew I'd have time to kill. This pinball game, 3D engine, realistic physics that highlights the capabilities of the NVIDIA Tegra device.
Wow.
Landscape mode shows full table view. Games can be played in either landscape orientation or left or right side. The portrait mode gives you a flying table view of the camera panning
Whoa.
and zooming over the action. Camera tilt brings dimensionality of the game, offering a simulated 3D effect.
Is this free?
No. Stereoscopic imaging option requires anaglyph 3D glasses. Well, no, I don't have no glasses, but no, it's $2.99. It basically, I like it. And let me see if I can throw a little just sample here of the graphics of this pinball. Oh, you're saying pinball? No. But
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying at all. I like pinball.
well, I mean, usually, pinball games on a phone, would be considered, yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah. But this phone has, this game on this device is
Insane.
outstanding.
That looks incredible.
It is gorgeous.
It's outstanding. It plays well. There are 3 different tables. There's the Wild West, there's the Deep, and there's a Jungle. But let's see if I can.
The Deep looks awesome.
Yeah. So basically, there's your ball. And it's smooth as butter.
Yeah, it looks like it. Wow, this looks super real.
Yeah. So I spent quite a lot of time on here playing this, trying to beat my own high score just to, pass the time and keep from hearing the screaming kid next to me. And, throw on your headphones, man. It sounds really good.
I was going to say, do you use noise-canceling headphones on the plane?
No, I just use like regular earbuds like you use, Steve, here. Mm-hmm. And it just worked great. It enhanced the experience. Really great sound also in these devices. Let me see if I can go real quick to one more. Here's one, the Wild West.
Yeah, let's check out Wild West.
Yeah, Wild West. I know you don't like the Wild West stuff.
I don't, but I'm looking at the screenshots of Wild West, and I like trains, and you get to shoot the ball on train tracks. I like that.
Oh, yeah. There's a kind of a look at the table there.
Wow. It's really badass.
Yeah.
I can't really play games on planes because I feel like I get car sick. I can't read really or play games, so I have to just sit there and suffer.
I can't sleep. I can't sleep on a plane.
I learned a method.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I basically jam my head forward into the seat in front of me, and just that's the most comfortable position I could get in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, until they lean their seat back.
Yeah, I almost broke my neck that way.
Yeah. But, yeah, and then just real quick, we'll just take a quick look at the Jungle here. But I must say, I am really impressed with the graphics, the sound, the gameplay. It's definitely worth the $3. There is absolutely no doubt that it's worth the $3. Because I like pinball games. I really like pinball games.
How's this going to run on my Evo?
It ain't.
It ain't? Serious?
It's just for Tegra, isn't it?
It's just for Tegra, yeah.
you shouldn't be able to even see it in your marketplace.
All right. Well, damn it.
Yeah.
I want to get a new phone, but I don't want to get the Evo 3D. I want a bigger phone. Is there any big phones coming out in the Sprint bigger than the Evo? That's what I want.
Not that I know of.
Damn. I want a bigger phone.
But-
Eric, you said you played this?
No, I've looked at it though.
Ah.
It's beautiful looking. I watched the video that they had on the marketplace.
I'm telling you guys, it's 100% worth it. It plays really nice. I'm skeptical when it comes to pinball games, and actually, I'm real picky when it comes to pinball games on small devices like this.
Yeah.
It didn't disappoint me. It's really
Looks fantastic. Really pro.
Yeah.
Who
So
makes
that's
this?
my app. That's
That's a good app, Tim. I want to find out who makes this because they have to have a cool name.
NVIDIA
it's
Tegra Partners.
NVIDIA Tegra Partners. Lame.
Yeah.
Forget it. I'm not buying that. Screw that.
yeah. Well, what can you?
Good app, Tim.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right, Sean, what else you got?
Okay, the next one I have is it's a video one. I use Netflix sometimes, but most of the time there's something specific I want to watch. So this next one, it's free. It's called Mobile Player.
Okay.
And the thing I like about this is so far I haven't had to convert anything.
Mobo player?
Yeah, Mobile Player.
Gotcha.
It will play AVIs, XVID, DivX, which are basically the three formats that I would need. But it says that it'll play other ones. And there's a bunch of codecs that you can get for it, I guess. But so far I haven't had to do anything. But yeah, I love this thing because normally I use my phone all day at work. I listen to podcasts or whatever on the stealth Bluetooth. And then usually on break, I put this on charge, and I have a iPhone that I strictly...
Did you just say that?
Yeah, but let me explain. I didn't buy it. I did a job, and I got it as payment. So
Right.
I use it as just basically as a touch.
Okay.
So I use that to play video. But I always have to convert it into the iOS format, and it tends to be a pain in the butt. Sometimes I forget. So this way I can actually put it on my phone. If, how can I say this without incriminating myself? If you go to certain news groups or places like that where you want to get a movie, or I prefer TV shows, then you can just basically download it however you would do it and put it right on your phone. And I mean, my audio is not any good, but
Is that Lost? What is that?
yeah, it's an episode of Lost. But yeah, this was an AVI. And then before I came on the show, I threw a DivX on there because I get a lot of DivX formats too, and that one played fine too.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks good.
I've always wondered about that.
I don't even remember how I got it.
The app or the shows?
Both. I'll plead the fifth. But no, I've had the app for a while. I don't use it that often, like I said, because I like to charge it or something. But
No, it's always good to be able
in
to
a
play.
pinch, yeah, I have some stuff on there. So
Awesome.
yeah.
I remember I used to get my first. I don't want to incriminate myself either, but my first foray into doing that was when Call for Help on Tech TV went off. When Tech TV went under and Call for Help went off the air, I'd get them from somebody would post episodes of Call for Help, and that's how I learned to use torrents and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's
It's
cool.
fun.
Yeah, and yeah.
It's. I was just gonna say it's funny. I remember an old episode of Podnutz where you had, or was it the Great Tech Debate where you had SMD on there, and it was like one of the questions was like news groups compared to like torrents or something like that. So I was like, yes.
Back in the day, we've had requests to bring that show back on. Maybe if we get a little bit more organized, I could actually do some good scheduling. That was the toughest part about that show, is scheduling.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's a good app. Anybody got anything to say on Mobo Player? From the
I'm
Mopes?
happy he told me because I've looked for a couple in the past because, like he said, AVI files. There's sometimes I, see like a preview video for something on the web, and I want to download it and watch it on my phone, And players I've had just choke. It will start to launch the player and then just bomb.
Really?
Yep.
So I'm
I
always
agree.
up for the VLC for Android,
Right.
if you will.
So Sean, for you, Mobo's success rate is pretty much close to 100.
So I mean, yeah, I don't use it a lot. I'm not gonna lie and say I've tried it, but everything I've thrown at it so far, which were mostly AVIs and XVids.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I use DivX. I think that DivX and XVid, I believe, just a little different codecs or something. But I mean, from what I'm seeing, it says MKV, but usually MKVs are a pretty large file size.
Yeah.
So I mean, I try to stay down, but I have a lot of MKVs, so maybe I'll throw it on and just check it out.
Cool. Good one. It's from the Mobo team. All right, Dor, what else you got?
Okay, next one I have, I'm going to say, like Timster said earlier, this is a repeat app, but I don't care. Because it literally saved my bacon a couple times this week. This week, for some reason,
Your bacon needed saving.
my bacon needed saving, and it was extra thick bacon. And that is Trapster.
Oh, yeah.
Quite literally 3 times this week, I would come around a corner, and it always looks what direction you're going, and then looks in front of you. So like 3 times I turned the corner, and as soon as I turned the corner, bang, I got the notification there was a speed trap up ahead. And once I was late for my son's doctor's appointment. I don't want to be late for that. You know, if I'm too late, they're going to charge me.
Yes.
The other time I was picking up my wife for lunch. Don't want to be late for that. You know, I want to
Of course not.
keep spousal happiness. And the other time I was just driving like a butthole. But 3 times in the last week, this app saved me from paying Uncle Sam needless income.
Now, what does it run all the time in the background?
Well, when you exit it, you have to specifically hit the menu key and hit exit, or it will continue to run because it's intended to be ran in the background. So, like, you can pop this open and then jump over to Google Maps and still use the navigation there while this is monitoring for red light cameras, speed traps, a myriad of other
you get
things.
sound notifications, you know, if you're not there looking at the app to let you know.
How does it know if there's a speed trap?
People report it that it exists, and I have reported in the past when I've seen one.
Yep.
Just you know, I scratch your back, you scratch my back, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
I
so the
used
the crowdsourcing part of it, is it really easy to tap? There's a speed trap here on there.
You know, all you got to do is when you're at the location, you tap the center, you know, the icon of the car, I think it is, where you're at, and then right there, one button, report, you click that, and then it has a list of different things you can report. There's like 6 things you can report, but for some reason I can only remember red light camera, speed trap,
Accident, construction zone, road hazard.
yeah, and there's also the sobriety checkpoint thing, which I didn't have to worry about myself. I've been a good boy.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Good app, man.
It's just a good CYA app, you know.
I used it on my way down to Jacksonville to catch my flight because I wanted to check it out. I haven't used it in a while, and I will say that it's definitely improved from when it first came out. It was a little bit, I don't know, scarce. It wasn't spot on as much, but I did notice. I guess, you know, it got more popular. The crowdsourcing got better.
Right.
It's very dependable.
Wow. That's good that it caught on. Personally, I like speed traps. I enjoy watching speeders get pulled over.
What if you're the one speeding, though?
Yeah, I don't speed.
See, I keep up with the flow of traffic, but sometimes technically that is speeding.
On the highway, I'll do exactly
Did
10
that
to
sound
11
believable?
miles an hour over the speed limit.
Right. No, I'm not saying I go the speed limit, but yeah, I just don't go excessively fast.
Well, see, I've at one point in time issued those police officers their tickets to distribute, so I knew where the cutoffs were for speeds. So I would go literally that speed.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow,
So Dor,
Go ahead.
so can you? So you have like Google Nav going and this app, and that so you can switch. I mean, they don't obviously coincide with each other, correct?
They don't conflict. On the Trapster, I set the audible notifications and just have it running in the background.
Okay.
And then when I get
yeah.
to my destination, I jump back to it and hit exit.
Okay, so you could be using Google Navigation, have that running in the background. You're cruising along and it'll give you a notification that something's coming up.
Yep. Ding.
Okay, cool.
Red light camera ahead. Kind of thing.
The only thing I'll have to check out with that, because usually I have my navigation volume muted because I'm usually listening to Pandora or Google Music or something as I'm driving through the car. So I'm wondering if that uses the media volume, I guess you would say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if I have navigations muted, but I have music playing, if I still get that navigation, I'm going to have to play with it.
Oh, no, I can tell you, I mute my Google navigation completely because when I'm doing that, I'm typically listening to podcast. Okay. And when a audible alert pops up, it will not conflict with dog catcher either. It will say it with dog catcher at the same time, where most of the time stuff gets cut off when something else jumps up. This one doesn't. So to me, it worked perfectly fine.
Okay, yeah, because that's how navigation is. Usually it'll lower, which is nice. It'll lower the volume of whatever music or podcast, and then it'll say turn left at 100 feet, and then the podcast or whatever will start up. But yeah, as long as it works that way, that's great. I'm going to check that out.
Cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Awesome. Thank you, Dora. Eric, back to you.
My next one, I just posted a link in there, is Volamo. This is a mobile web benchmarking tool, which doesn't really benchmark so much your video processing like our Quadrant Standard did. This is more on how fast your phone can process a web page, do JavaScript rendering, things like that. And it's called Volamo. I wanted to show it on my ePad so I could maybe go up against Timster again with the Tegras and see how that goes. But it's kind of a neat looking app. It's got like a mermaid with a surfboard.
Wow.
It takes a little while to get installed, and I had it all ready to go on the pad, but this is where I'm at again on the pad, so I'm going to be spending some time working on unbricking it again.
It's a very nice introduction screen.
Yeah, that's what
I'd like to load this up and try it.
Yeah, if you want to load it up, we can try here in a little bit, and then towards the end of the show, maybe, and see how we all compare.
Yeah, I just put it on mine.
Yeah, let me get past my app. I got it kind of queued up here, and then I'll see if I can load that up.
But it just takes the benchmarking at a different angle, than the other stuff we've tried.
Yeah. I'm game.
That's Eric's nice way of saying, I'm taking you down, Tim.
No, I'm not, because my Asus is... I don't know, man. I don't know what to do about this thing.
I
might need to go like PM door for a good night and just get this thing straightened out on some good ROM that he knows about.
The poor little transformer. Well, yeah, I'd say whoever wants to play this game, load up Volamo, and we'll try that later after the apps are extinguished. Good one, Eric. Let's see what comes of that. All right, back to Tim. What do you have queued up, Tim?
Let's see. Trivia question for everybody, especially you, Steve, Dor. What was the old school game where you were a ninja?
That's it. Stop. It's called Kung Fu. Prince of Persia.
Wrong, and wrong.
Okay.
I didn't say anything yet. Relax.
You were a ninja.
Yep. You had a scrolling left to right screen, and you had other ninjas that come out and try to take you down.
I want that game. I have it pictured in my head.
Ninja Gaiden?
No, way before that. Way before. Don't. I know it.
Ninja.
It was very popular. Very popular.
I remember it.
Hey?
Don't tell me.
Well, is it on the feed? Are you showing a screenshot or something?
I'm not doing. No, not yet.
Give me 1 second. I've got this. No, you don't.
What era
I know
system?
already. I know it.
It was on. It was on. It ended up coming out on all of them, man. I mean, you name it. It was on PlayStation. It was on Nintendo. Big on. I think it's big on Nintendo first, I believe.
It was called Kung Fu or something like that, right? It didn't have the word ninja in the title, right?
Didn't have the word ninja or Kung Fu in the title.
Karate something.
Wasn't Karate Champ.
Karate. Was it Karate Champ?
No.
It has karate in it, though, right?
No. Dang, I can't believe Doors isn't getting that.
And you fight this boss, and there's a white. There's the guys are black, and then there's a red boss, and you go into this like gazebo looking thing, right?
I don't know about that.
Do they throw things at you?
Yep.
All right, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What is the name?
It's close. It's close to something. It was close to something.
Battletoads?
Actually, let me think. Let me rephrase it. I think they're a bunch of thugs that come out and try to take you down.
Bad Dudes?
No.
Street Fighter?
Before that.
Close, man. It's so close.
Naruto Shippuden.
Ninja Turtles was closer, but
Not Mortal
not
Kombat or not.
All right.
All right, what was it called?
Double Dragon.
Oh, that was not the game I was thinking of.
That wasn't ninjas.
Well,
He's right, Tim.
that's what I said. Thugs.
Yeah, Thugs. Good. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
What game was I thinking of then? I was thinking of an old PC game.
Well, see, if you would have said first big in the arcade, I would have came closer.
Oh, sorry.
And I will say I was able to beat that with 1 quarter. I plowed through that game.
Damn.
Can I just say it really doesn't matter because, again, it's a Tegra game. So none of us lowlifes can play it anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Let me check this out. You're
It
saying
greatly-
an 8-bit old school freaking almost Nintendo-like game I can't play on my phone?
No, man, you're not. No. You didn't let me carry on with where I was going with this.
Okay.
This has the style of play of Double Dragon.
Okay.
So it is to me. It's almost like the current modern day Double Dragon, the way it plays.
Triple Dragon.
It is extremely fun. It's not free. $2.83.
What's the name of it?
It's called Samurai Vengeance.
Wow.
And let me see if I can cue this up here just to give you an idea of what the graphics look like on this. It's 2D, but it's 3D at the same time.
Right.
Did the Unabomber ever glance over in like amazement at what was going on in your phone during this trip?
I couldn't tell because he had those huge freaking shades.
Oh
on.
yeah, he was probably watching you the whole time. Didn't even know. He probably couldn't even look at his iPad fast enough to try to turn it off, or iPod.
Right. But it's like I say, it's like the old style play. It's 2D, but yet 3D.
It's way better than Double Dragon.
Yeah.
I
But,
mean, graphics-wise and movement-wise.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, I mean, I've just had many hours of game time on this and play time. I've just enjoyed it. So you've got different characters that come out and try to take you down. You got to avoid them. You got spin moves to avoid their hits, and then you got bosses. All the cool stuff that you want in a ninja game or in a Double Dragon style game. So yep, and just. Once again, real smooth, excellent gameplay. I really can't say anything. I mean, it's worth the money. Absolutely worth every penny.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, and I've been playing this, like I say, for hours. So, anyway,
I like it, Tim. It's very
it's,
nice.
Samurai Vengeance. If you have a Tegra 2 device, pick it up. You won't be sorry.
Yeah. I mean, all these Tegra 2 games.
And if you
Gosh
don't,
darn it.
tough.
I got blood spattering on my screen from hitting these guys, man.
Yeah, I'll just say, now I've realized there is one reason why I don't want Tegra 2.
Uh-oh.
Why is that?
Spend money.
Everything that's Tegra costs money.
That's true. That is true. That is true, Dor. I have noticed that.
And
But
that's just my personal excuse. Don't get me wrong. If I had the opportunity,
In their defense, though, I will say it's definitely a step up above the rest. So I mean, the graphics are just intense.
Looks awesome.
Yeah,
I'm jealous. I got to get a new phone soon.
Don't worry, you will be, I'm sure.
Yeah, they definitely seem worth the money. I mean, even though you do have to pay, I mean,
It's like buying a real game, you know?
yeah, they look sweet.
Yeah.
They
are.
All right, back to Sean.
Okay, actually, I'm out of apps,
Yeah.
but I actually flashed Cyanogen Mod 7 this week.
All
So
right.
I don't know if any of you guys. I'm gone though. I got off it. No, actually, I really liked it. It was really hard to go back to the ROM previous that I was using. I had some issues that probably most people wouldn't. Bluetooth issues. They worked, but I could only go maybe 15 feet, and then they would start breaking up. Where with the mod before, I could go a good 200 feet in a factory and not lose it. Yeah, so I could keep it on charge and still listen to everything. So, but aside from that, I mean, Cyanogen is fast. It's got so many options to it, customizations. It's I believe it's gingerbread, so that was different. I missed that. So
I
now,
loved the CyanogenMod mod when I installed it briefly on my original Droid when I had it.
yeah, I only ran it for 3 days, and then I was at work, and I was like, I'll just flash it while I'm here and wait, and went back to I think I'm on incredibly re-engineered is what it's called, which I have no complaints about. It's a great ROM, but I had just heard so much about it. I thought, I want to check it out. So, and there's so many devices that it's compatible with. If anybody wants to try it out, I recommend it.
But that's the thing I found out about Cyanogen. I think it probably, don't quote me on this, works the best on the original Droid, because every time I tried loading it on my devices, there's always like little things like you mentioned with the Bluetooth or some other little thing that wasn't quite right with it. And that's why I kept getting off of it, because I wanted that functionality. But it's cool looking and great. It's very customizable and it's fast. But I kept having those little problems, little things like that. So
yeah, I didn't want to. I really wanted to stick with it for a while.
Right, me too.
But for me, where I do work, I have to charge, and I need to be able to listen to my stuff still, and that was a big downfall. I mean, I would walk a couple, 10 feet away, and it would start breaking up.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal for me. And the other thing, maybe it was in my head, but the battery life seemed to be the same as the previous ROM I was on, but charge time seemed to take a lot longer with this. Because I went back to my old one today. I was running it, and I mean, I would just charge like that. With 10 minutes, I'm back to 100%.
Right.
Cyanogen seemed like it took an awfully long time to get back to 100%.
Interesting.
It ran.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so I mean, other than that, if you're not, going 200 feet away with Bluetooth, I would recommend it. It's definitely snappy. It's flashy, and I mean, I like the fact you can turn your phone 360 and it just keeps portrait, landscape, portrait, landscape.
I did like that. What was this? What ROM was this phone originally created for? Anything in particular? Any phone in particular? Like what's
Cyanogen? I don't know.
What's its native? Like, what does it natively work best on? Probably a Motorola Droid.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be a question for Mr. Dorr.
Okay, just curious.
It ran great on my original Droid. Like I say, I
Yeah.
never had an issue with it at all.
Figured that. Yeah, it seemed like it did, and I think Steve D's running it too. He's got a Droid. Anything else on that, Sean, or anybody want to talk about that?
No, I mean it does run great. I'm saying it just so people will try it.
Right. Right.
I mean, my Bluetooth needs are probably something that not most people need. So other than that, I mean, try it. It really is a nice ROM.
Sean has needs.
Yeah,
I do.
I'll say I've experienced the same thing. Somebody asked me what's the perfect ROM. I can't tell you what your perfect ROM is.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
I've
everybody
seen
has their
charge
own.
times go ballistic from, like he said, 10 minutes to over an hour, it seems like.
All right. Let's go back to you, Dor, and I guess we could kind of empty the tank here, and any other things you would like to present, now would be the time.
Okay, well, the first thing is just a quickie rehash of last week, Leo's RC Simulator, okay?
Yeah.
That is just a crap ton of fun. But here's one of the gimmicks.
What?
Launch it, hit the menu button, it will launch a settings menu. If you go into there's 2 settings you can enable that will enhance your pleasure, if you will, with the game. One is there is a zoom window you can have always up in the right-hand corner that will always give you a zoomed-in appearance of the plane. If you don't like that, you can go into the zoom view and you can set the minimum and maximum zoom so it will only zoom out so far. No matter how far you go, it will always be so big on your screen.
Right.
That makes it much more playable.
I know what the second one is you're going to say. Launch it from the hill, right?
Well, that was cool.
Okay.
But yes, if you go into the settings, go into the plane, go into more planes, you can get a friggin' jet engine plane that basically you have to launch on the hill because you launch in mid-flight. You're already going, and if you don't have the zoom right, a half a second later, you can't see the jet anymore because it just goes so quick.
And the first one was zoom view. Set up the zoom view, second view.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, zoom view, and there was another option. I can't tell you right now. There's another option like 2 beneath that where you could set up your view where you could always see your throttle and your joystick.
You're right. Show the sticks.
Right. And then there was one right there that also would always show you a zoomed in view in the top right-hand corner.
Okay.
So you had an option there how you could zoom it.
I know. I was playing this the other day too. Tons of fun.
It's just simple goodness.
I do have to say, when the tablet worked, it was a very fun game to play on the tablet.
Really? Gotta find this. We gotta get this Leo on the show. He's a genius.
Yeah, very good stuff. And the other app, super quick, only because I actually found it useful. If anyone knows me, they know I despise this company to no end. So when I give them props, I'm giving them props.
Apple?
No. They're not going to make anything for Android there, Steve.
Microsoft.
Adobe Photoshop Express. It's basically a very trimmed down photo manipulator app. You can't do everything with it, but there's a lot of little things you can do with it that I found very helpful.
To photos, you mean?
Yeah, to photos, images, screen captures, all kinds of stuff.
Really?
I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with it. The only thing I had trouble with was trying to rotate images. And I think I'm just doing it wrong.
Okay. Damn. So it's pretty full featured. All right. And
Yeah, I mean,
it's from
there's-
Adobe.
Yeah, they make the most exploitable software on Windows, Adobe Flash, and PDF Reader. I don't think this is an exploitable product, so I kind of back it and support it.
Awesome. Thanks. Good stuff, Dor. You don't have anything else, really? Or is there nothing?
Well, yeah, I actually did have something else, but it's a Quadrant Standard Light.
Quadrant Standard Light. What is it?
Yeah. That's the benchmarker tool here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if anybody would care to run a benchmark.
Is that Rocky I hear in the background? Theme music?
Quadrant Standard Light.
It's about to be, because I didn't know I had a cue, but I probably should have queued this up.
No, I didn't come prepared.
All right, well, Tim, load that up, because I would like to see.
I mean,
Can I review
what did you
an
change,
app before-
Dor? What did you change?
while everybody's running the standard light?
You running?
What are you going to do,
Right.
Eric?
Can
Yeah,
I,
it
can
ain't
I
gonna take
review
long.
one more app before while everybody's running that?
Yeah, while we get this queued up, go ahead and review another app.
This
What did you change?
This is
Go
an
ahead.
app from Activision, and it was on the Android or the Amazon Prime site for $7.99, and they gave it away for free this week. And it is Guitar Hero 5 mobile,
Oh, wow.
and it gets
Activision
major
makes that?
kudos from me because right off the bat, it has Sublime What I Got as one of the songs. So that's that's really cool. And that's what's playing right now. The thing is, well, I just crashed on that one. It doesn't look quite like the big boy Guitar Hero. You don't have like your band moving around in the background and stuff, but basically for tapping on the colors along with the music, it works pretty good. The sound, you can use the kind of stock sound that comes with it, or if you'd like to download a higher quality bitrate sound for the song, it gives you that option, which is nice. But yeah, it's just a fun little game. It plays really well. You know, they've done a good job with it, I think.
And is it actually called Guitar Hero?
I'm sorry. Here, it's right there in the. Yeah, it is Guitar Hero 5 Mobile.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's in the marketplace, but this is on the Amazon.com Prime through Activision by Glue Mobile Inc. And they gave it away last week for free.
There it is.
Wow.
Sweet. An $8 app for free.
Yeah.
Eric, how come this has 2 stars on 609 reviews?
I didn't read them all yet.
But
I can start reading them now if you want me to.
Yeah, when you get up to like 100, write a review. No,
It says well, the first one, this guy gave it 5 stars. It says clearly a version for the handicap. And that was with 5 stars.
That's
and then
so
and then
fun.
the one next to it says Activision should be embarrassed.
Oh, wow.
It's a phone, you know. You don't get to hold it like a guitar or anything.
He goes.
But it's got good music.
I don't see what clearly a version for the handicapped. I don't see what everyone is so upset about. This is clearly a version for the handicapped and mentally disabled.
You know, that's one thing I want to bring up. People on the Amazon Prime store,
Yeah.
I don't get how they could be so critical of an app they paid nothing for.
Right.
They do. They're like, oh, I hate myself for downloading this free app. It's so bad. And it's about every app they put out there. People just dig on it. I'm like, they're getting it for free. You can't really complain about that.
Yeah, I guess not.
That's just because it's some person that can't get anybody to talk to them anyway, so they know they'll get a reaction of some sort.
Wow.
All right, you want to do this benchmark wars?
Sure.
I want to know what Door changed. Door changed something.
Does anybody else want to run Quadrant?
I just want to say one thing. If Door does spank Timster,
Yes.
can we not have an excuse that he has jet lag? He has to just take the beating because he's been crushing people. He's been crushing people for weeks.
Phone jet lag.
There's something Door's not telling me. I can see it in his face.
I don't know what you're talking about, Timster.
Oh, sure. What ROM you have?
Run it, guys.
I have a pretty good idea how mine's going to end up.
I have Apollo. Can we run that?
Mama, yeah, I've got both of my scores on Mama.
Got to see some Survivor going on here too.
It sounds better than it looks, I think.
What happened?
I'm ready.
That's it? You're done?
Yeah.
You're done already?
Yep.
Well, let Timster finish. Damn, this is going to get us banned off of YouTube too. I got to mute this out for the final show.
You want me to sing with it, just to make it different?
Yes.
Oh.
Timster, you're still running? All right, he's done. He's done. He's done. All right, Survivor, shut up. That's the name of that band, isn't it?
Yeah.
I believe yes.
Timster, took you forever. What did you get?
2504.
2504. Door.
4062.
Lower a little. We got to see if this is official. I can't see it. Look at the Skype feed. Look at the Skype. I can't see it.
Well, my Skype feed shows it.
Bring it a little bit lower.
Okay, well, it just went to sleep on me.
Okay. I can see a big yellow bar. That's good enough.
Basically going off the screen almost.
What's the number?
4062.
Whew. I thought this whole time I'd have to go buy out a Tegra 2. No, I don't have to go buy one.
No, you don't have to.
No.
Good.
You have to have nothing installed on your phone. Number one.
Right.
I literally have like 8 things installed on my phone. You have to install Liberty 2.2, which is alpha, not out yet. And you have to install what is called an SO file, which in the Linux world is a kernel-based driver that allows me to reformat certain partitions on my phone which enables for quadruple basically access speeds because there's no data checking on it.
Okay.
Wow.
I would like to say something on my behalf.
Here it
We
goes.
can't see you though.
I have done some research, and I have recently learned that Quadrant isn't really the best benchmark to be running to take the full advantage of the Tegra dual core. So there are a couple of other benchmarks out there that I would like to put up against what you have there, just for kicks and giggles.
All right.
Okay, well, right now I don't have a market installed. So
Well,
That
Can you
is
write
true.
down-
No.
can you run Pinball HD?
Oh,
I don't have a market installed.
That would lower your quadrant score.
Exactly. Everything I
Don't-
uninstalled increased my score.
So, Dor, you
No,
really
that was-
you have a slimmed down, bare bones, freaking fast as hell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mine stopped.
if I could have, I would have taken the phone off of it too, to get even a higher score. But
That's
I knew my wife was going to call me.
That's an amazing score.
He's been working on that for 2 weeks.
No, not actually. I was ready last week.
That is awesome.
listen, I don't know what Door's explanation was, all that stuff he was just saying. All I know is he spanked Timster.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
The king has been dethroned.
Well, till next week.
Would you say, Tim? Would you say that Dorf beat you fair and square there?
The numbers don't lie.
All right.
Well,
Not really. No, I'm running stock though. See, he's got.
Yeah.
He's ROM
no, you're not. You're rooted.
You're rooted.
stripped down.
You're not stock. You're rooted.
Well, that's I mean,
I got a
Timster's
stock ROM. I stock ROM, stock apps. All my bloatware's still on here.
That's your choice. You don't have to be. You're rooted. You can you can
Exactly.
use
That's
you can
why
use root uninstaller. That's what I used.
Well, I just like I
get rid of all
love how
my
you
apps?
snuck. I love how you snuck in the fact that you were going to strip your phone down to the bare metal and come in here unbeknownst to me.
No. Hey, it's a usable phone.
Didn't even give me
That's
a
all.
fair shot at that.
That it was fair before you kept saying it's a usable phone. Mine's a usable phone. Mine's a usable phone. I just can't do any. I can't even text with it. There's no messaging app.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Seriously.
Well, we'll see. The saga will continue on that.
Timster, did you get a Volamo score?
Oh no, I sure didn't. Yeah, Door. What about a Volano
I
score?
can't install anything. There's
Of course you can. I mean, all you could do is run Quadrant. What? Jeez.
That's all Dor has: a phone and quadrant on his phone.
just
Run
about.
Volano
yes.
real quick. How long does Volano
Yeah.
take?
It does take a little time.
Sean's running it.
I'm ready.
I'm
Did you just
ready.
hit Eric? You just hit start on it or
Yeah, you hit the
custom?
I'm going. I'm running now, baby.
I bet you only take me 10 seconds to run that.
Well,
phone.
it took. Well, this is on the Galaxy S also. That it's probably going to take you guys a lot less time. It took a lot. It took a lot more time on my Galaxy S than it did on the tablet.
How about this? You guys run Volano. I'll read some emails, and then we'll compare benchmarks afterwards. Hey, Survivor. All right.
Yeah, it's not as pretty as Quadrant Standard, is it?
This is from Ben. Just a quick comment on why Tim's Droid X2 is beating out Cody's 3D Optimus on Quadrant Standard. The Droid,
It all comes back to the Tegra 2.
the Droid X2 cheats on Quadrant Standard by skipping a part of the test. It's not an accurate reflection of the phone's capability. Also, the more time one runs Quadrant Standard on their phone, the higher score they will get every time because of a local cache. Next time, use LinPack for Android as a great and quick benchmark, or Antutu, Antuto, Antutu benchmark for a more comprehensive look at these phones. Please try this on the next show. Love the benchmark wars. You should make this a regular segment in AAA. That's from Ben.
You see, there you go. It's a bogus benchmark app we're using.
I
What
can
was the
see
other app?
Cody coming full force.
Yeah, we should try some of these. LinPack for Android and Antutu.
In Tutu. Gotcha.
All right, check them out, guys. Ben, thank you. We're going to load them up, and we'll probably play them on the next show. And hopefully Survivor will be able to join us again. This is from Daniel. Great shows, and the benchmark wars were especially interesting between the Droid X2 and the Asus EEE Transformer, or E Transformer, and the Evo 3D. I have one, and I love it. But I found a couple of other benchmark apps that garner a closer look. One is the Antutu, and one is Nenamark 2, Nenamark 2. instead of the standard frame rate capped quadrant. An interesting game that is worth checking out is Drag Racing from Creative Mobile. Well, I haven't checked that out yet. Drag Racing. I'm going to look at that.
Yeah.
The Qualcomm chips are Snapdragons with... See, he's basically answering questions we asked during the show, so if these are just random, they're not quite random. The Qualcomm chips are Snapdragons with an Adreno GPU. Who uses Qualcomm chips? The Evo?
I think it was the 3D, I think, did.
Okay. Again, great shows, and hoping that Steve Amico makes a return to the show. Steve D'Amico.
Yeah,
I said
me too.
Amico. He wrote D'Amico. I don't know why I said that.
Well, he doesn't listen to this anyway.
This is true. Steve D'Amico makes a return to the show. See ya. Daniel from Florida. Thank you, Daniel. I'll ask Steve, see if he gives a response.
Super quick question. Nina Mark 1 or 2?
2.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
This is one that Rob asked, and I think, Dor, you answered him. He says, here we go. Dor, been listening to you for a while now on all the podnutz shows, and I have a question or 12 for you about rooting. I have a Virgin Mobile Optimus 5, and I want to get all the crapware off of it. I have no idea how to root, and I'm not sure what to trust from the few sites I've looked at. I am not worried about voiding my warranty. I've only had the phone for 4 months now. It's my first Android phone, so here it goes. What sites would you suggest checking out so I can learn how to do this? Can my phone be returned back to the stock Android 2.2 if I don't like what it does? Will I have to reinstall my apps after the root? Can you guys make a video on how to root a phone so us Android newbies aren't so scared to do it? Okay, I guess it was only 4 questions, but thanks for any tips and advice you can offer. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I won't brick it. That's from Rob. I know I rolled through those questions, but Dor, you just want to give a summary of what you said to him?
I believe I said, basically to me, the most important thing when it comes to rooting is a reliable site. Droid Life or XDA, to me, seems to be the most complete, absolute, positive, here are the steps that you need to do to root your phone. And they're typically not as many steps as you think. The only hook or crook I'll throw into this, if you're doing it on Windows, you got to make sure you have the craptastic Windows drivers, because Windows always needs drivers. If you're doing it on Linux, most of the time you plug up the phone and it just works. Secondly, make sure what you are starting with as your base operating system is what they are starting with. Android 2.2, Android 2.3, make sure it's the same, because if they are different, there are different means to rooting.
Good. Thank you, Dor. Thank you for the email. This next one is a voicemail, but I'm going to read you what Google thinks it said before we play the actual voicemail. According to Google, this is a voicemail that came through. Hi, Steven, what other Steves may be around? This is for the standard at FedEx, and I just want lesser and all that. I did hit 500, and folks, I'll try the Home 500 UPS that spawned trying to get flaky. But I gave it a shot anyway. And by the way, to the problem, no. So where would be a good place to get batteries? They're a little bit bigger. And what comes with your phone as far as capacity without going, I have the 20 by 20 pack on your back. The right place, like the Ohio Express.
How in the hell can you even read that?
It's tough. The right place, like the Ohio Expense. That's got to be the Ohio Linux Fest. Just thought maybe might have some ideas. So that's kind of them. Got to go do something. Replace the ones I'm taking off. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye. The Risenberg work. All right. That was what Google says it was.
Sound like a bad rap song.
This is what it really is.
Hi, Steve, and whatever Steves may be around. This is for the Android App Addicts, and I just wanted to let Dor know that I did hit 500. And, folks, don't try it at home. 500 apps. This phone kind of gets flaky. But I gave it a shot anyway. And, by the way, Dor, you probably might know this. Where would be a good place to get batteries? They're a little bit larger than what comes with your phone as far as capacity, without going, to have a 20 by 20 by 20 pack on your back to run it. In places like the Ohio Linux Fest. Just thought maybe you might have some ideas. Keep those apps coming. I got to do something to replace the ones I'm taking off. Talk to you guys later. Bye. By the way, this is Red Dwarf.
Ah, it's Red Dwarf. Google thought he said the Risenberg works. Google,
Get a grip, man.
Google actually, Google actually came pretty close on that one. All right, Dor, why don't you answer that if you can?
I believe the place I actually saw some pretty good deals was cellularfactory.com, but it's so rare when I go check them out. I actually have it bookmarked on a work computer because so many people at work kept asking me where can they find good deals. And that sounds right. Man.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any suggestions on aftermarket batteries or accessories?
No clue. Since I ROM'd my phone, I really have no need for one.
My
eBay,
phone,
maybe?
I always go back to where I got it at. US Cellular has this deal if your battery gets flaky, or even if you're driving down the road with a low battery and for some reason you don't have your charger, you just stop in there, say, hey, my Galaxy S needs a new battery, and they give you a fully charged one for free and swap it out.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
nice.
kind of a cool deal.
Very good. And Red, congratulations on hitting 500 apps. That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah. He was dedicated. He definitely was dedicated. And he did tell me somewhere in the 400 number, it started to slow. And then he said by the time he get to 500, the phone just acted almost insane at times.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, what are your guys' scores? I saw you holding them up there. And then, Sean, what happened to your phone, dude?
Yeah, it slipped.
That was awesome.
My score was 920.
Wow.
Very good.
No, I'm just kidding. It was 513. It was 513.
513. All right.
513.
Tim, what was yours?
648.
Okay. Eric?
Mine on the Galaxy S was 529. I can't prove it to anybody today, but the tablet was in the 900s on this test.
Nice.
Wow.
Dor, what was yours?
Oh, that's right.
Zero.
Oh.
Zor,
Something's fishy
Zor.
on your end, Dor.
Dor made a sacrifice for the
Nothing's
sake
fishy.
of quadrant.
Ah, that looks great.
Right now,
He's ramming it now.
reinstalling because I need to at least have the market on my phone.
So Timster did win this one too because I can't prove it on my tablet, and he beat us both out. I think.
So what does this
Yeah.
conclude? What does this tell us? That in order to beat Timster with a phone that's not a Tegra 2, all we can have is basically the quadrant app on our phone.
Timster's a snob, I think, is what the answer basically actually is.
Not my intentions at all. We're
No,
just
I'm just
comparing
kidding.
hardware here.
Not my intentions.
I've heard a little slang term for Timster lately. It's like Timster Fat Wallet or something like that.
No, not me.
Tegster. We're going to change your name to Tegster.
Text.
Oh,
Oh, that's sweet, Steve.
The Tagster.
I'll just say to be happy with your phone and have it not Tegra 2 and beat Timster, you might as well really enjoy Guitar Hero 5 on your Android.
Wow.
For the handicap.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Timster will pay $8 for it though.
No, I wouldn't.
Hey,
Enough
let
of
me
that.
play. I'll play one more voicemail and then we're going to end off. What do you say?
Cool.
Here we go.
Hi, my name is Josh. I have been helped out today by Door to Door Geek, and I just wanted to, show my thanks. He, he's been awesome on Google Plus. He's talking to everybody. He's given us useful information. He even helped me out by explaining about using Minicam, which he doesn't want to take the credit for. So Steve C, all the credit, he's passing off straight to you. Been trying to use my phone, my ancient Droid Aris, as a webcam since I don't have one of those. So I ended up getting an app, which is IP webcam for it. There's a bunch of other prettier ones out there, but they all require, 2.2, 2.1, stuff I don't have on my old Droid Aris. So he recommends.
Oh. Damn, I want to hear the praises of Door. That was from Josh. Oh, no. Okay, Josh actually did send us an MP3 because Google Voice was flaking out on him. And Google Voice has been known to do that, so anybody who's tried to leave a message.
Hi, podnutz community. This is Josh Lucas calling to thank Door for being so helpful and friendly on Google+. I wanted to use Hangouts, but I don't have a webcam, so I then tried to turn my ancient Droid Ares into an IP cam. I found an app that worked for it. It's called IP Cam. And there's prettier ones out in the market, but all the ones I've seen needed, 2.2 or 2.1 or something high, which mine obviously doesn't. But I couldn't get that, to work with the Hangouts. I went looking for a broadcaster. I found XSplit. It's in beta, but it's pretty cool. It was pretty neat. But it would show up, but it wouldn't work. So I went back to Google+. I threw out, a message of help. Door comes along. He recommends Manycam. Put in Manycam. I installed it, and it works like a charm. It even integrates in with XSplit, and it's pretty sweet. I, gave him some thanks there, but he diverted my thanks to Steve C. So Steve C, I'd like to thank you for recommending that app, and then Door getting that app from you. So Steve C, thank you. Door, you rock. Podnutz is just awesome, and it has great people. And I listen all the time, every week. So take care, everybody. Thanks again.
Awesome. Thank you, Josh. That was pretty cool. It was very cool.
Yeah, that was a good email. It was a good voicemail.
Yeah, well, Manycam for what it seems to be on the surface, Manycam has been so clutch for me on different levels. It's just been crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody's having problems with like broadcasting or something, try just throwing something in Manycam and see if it works. Manycam is just super clutch. It's not just a dumb little thing for putting fake mustaches on and stuff. It does things that you just don't realize, and it's free. So
Josh said, brought me. That's one more thing I wanted to bring up too. On the Asus Transformer, I cannot do a Hangout even though it has a front-facing camera. I was a little disappointed in that. Google Plus runs really good, but I just got Huddle. I don't have Hangout.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, also, Door, thanks for being so prolific on Google Plus, because you definitely helped Josh out.
You know what? I'd like to just add. I talk with Door a lot on Google Plus, and it's true, like Josh says. I mean, everybody knows that Door is just like this huge amount of knowledge in his head, and he does not hesitate to help anybody out on Google Plus. I mean, he's helped me out a few times, and I see he helps. I mean, whenever somebody has an issue, he's always more than willing to help out. So,
Door,
cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. I think, Door, you're on your way to becoming a saint.
Well, I'll just say Google Plus does make it easy to connect with cool people, and to me, Twitter is dead. It no longer exists because it's impossible to have any conversation of any value in 140 characters.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I have to say myself, even Facebook. I just got on Facebook probably like 3, maybe 4 months ago. I mean, I don't have many people on there, but even I don't think anybody. If anybody I know is on Facebook that's watching, I don't mean this, but actually, they wouldn't be watching anyways. But the people that would be watching are in my Google Plus anyways. So I've kind of just taken Facebook as, Google Plus is where I love going to Google Plus. I mean, it's kind of like the Podnutz forum, I guess. I never was real active in the Podnutz forum, but I seem to be. I try to be real active in Google Plus because there's a lot of. I mean, everybody I talk to, I think pretty much is mostly from Podnutz, and we all just kind of, you throw something out there, and everybody just helps out. It's great.
Wow.
I mean, it's like Doris said before. It's what you make of it. You don't have to really worry about people from Facebook coming with, junk or whatever,
right.
Because you make your own, sound dorky, but, however you want it to be, you make it that way. Who you follow, who you share with. So it's really a cool thing. And as far as like all the guys on Podnutz, everyone's real cool, sharing ideas and helping out. So,
damn, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I had my first straight from Facebook friend me, to which I immediately asked, how the hell did you find out about this? And why did you friend me? I've known him back in school, and that's the reason I left Facebook.
Doors like, this place is not for you. Turn around and go back.
Right.
Yeah.
You know not where you all leave. But and I'll say I got help from Google Plus myself. I was going insane, ready to start punching holes in the wall because randomly my smoke alarm started going off. And I ran through the house. Of course, this happened at midnight. Ran through the house. What's wrong? And then one just kept beeping when I finally got it turned off. And Leaf from NEPCservice.com told me there's a dust buildup. It's easy, man. For 2 hours, I went and got new batteries even. Put them in there. Didn't help. Took the vacuum cleaner, went around the outside of it. Boom, beeping stopped. Worked like a charm.
Wow. Good job, Leaf.
Yeah.
I'm just ruined the day that Zynga announces games for Google Plus.
If they do it right and they have it in Google Plus as an opt-in service to where you won't even know they exist, down in the bottom of your stream on the left-hand side where it says stream, friends, family, down there if it has games, like it has Sparks now, and you'll only see it if you go down there, I am all for games because I don't want to see anything about games.
Farmville, you want to buy a chicken or help somebody build a barn.
Right.
Yeah. Again, if they keep it that way where it's opt-in, it just goes back to it's what you make of it. You just don't have to deal with it because I don't want to deal with that crap either. I mean, I'm using it to just kind of connect with people that I have common interests with, and And the cool thing is there's a lot of techie stuff going on. Guys have questions for this, but there's a lot of stuff, personal things. I feel like I found a community of guys and gals that we have interest in, and we kind of share what maybe you wouldn't share on Facebook is public. You know what I mean? Like picture of your kids, or I've been putting my wife's art on there a little bit, but I feel like, you have a connection with these people, so you don't have to let all that in.
Right.
Steve, I know you're busy, but it's a whole new Podnutz community. It really is. It really is right now.
All right, I'm going to get in.
I have 152 Podnutzians in my circle.
I probably in the Nuts at Night post show, I'm going to just start circling up. Wow, Google Plus, Google must have really took a cue from Facebook, analyzed it, and said, this is good, this is crap, and just kept the good stuff. So that's what I guess what happened. All right, let's roll around here, guys, and then end off this baby. What do you say?
Cool.
All right.
Door, tell us anything you want to say at all.
Yep.
In the world.
First, we have the roll-up of apps. Google Max, extensive notes, which I got to get when I get a market back. iCooking Barbecue, Spotify, Pinball HD for Tegra, Mobo Player, Trapster, Velamo Mobile Web Benchmark, that's VELLAMO, Samurai 2, Vengeance THD, Adobe Photoshop Express, Leo's RC Simulator, that is LEO''S, Guitar Hero 5, and Tutu Benchmark, ANTUTU, Lin Pack for Android, Nina Mark II, NENAMARK, the number 2, and Drag Racing. And I'll say, Timster, that was a screenshot of the speed results in the quadrant standard. That wasn't a real result.
Damn.
What? What?
That was a screenshot.
You serious?
Yeah, I actually photoshopped it myself.
You got me, man.
What kind of phone did that come off of?
None. I had to Photoshop it because I saw nothing go that high.
I was sitting there wondering, you beat me, but you're freaking doubled.
Well, here's the
I've
thing.
had that feeling, Tim. I know what that feels like when you get doubled by somebody's phone.
Oh, wow.
Well, here's the thing. I first found out that every time you run it on a Droid X2, your score will keep going up. So I was terrified that you ran it a couple times between now and then. I'm thinking, my Lord, how high he could go up to 3,000. I gotta beat him. How can I make sure I gotta beat him? And I didn't want to use an obvious number because if it was me, I would have used 4200 because 420 is the answer to everything.
You've got me sitting here thinking, man, I've got to find me an overclocking app and get my thing overclocked. I got to come back.
I'm sorry, Timster.
Oh, okay.
That is awesome.
Welcome back to Podnutz.
Thank you.
Yes, Timster.
Man.
You can rest easy now. Your phone still kicks all of our asses. All right.
But I seriously uninstalled everything on the phone just to help the, image up.
That's pretty neat.
Thank you.
Dor, let me just ask you. So did any phone get that score, or that was just totally photoshopped?
Yes. There are phones that can get that high, but it's because that benchmarking thing does one thing wrong with the Tegra 2, and every time you run it, it will keep going up slowly until its cache gets cleared. So if you just sit there and run it, and just keep running it back to back to back to back to back to back to back, it will keep going up until you get up into the 4,000s.
Really? That's amazing. Good job. All right, what else, Dor? Where can people find you?
If you want to learn how to use Linux, not worry about getting infected, make backing up easy, burning CDs easy, ripping DVDs easy and painless, go to linuxfortherestofus.com.
Very good. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Timster, where can people find you, or anything else you would like to conclude with?
Door. TimsComputerFix.com. Twitter at Timster_. You can email me at Timster@podnutz.com. And just for the record, I hate flying.
I'm with you. Well, I'm glad you're back safe and getting chilled out from that experience.
Yeah.
Sean, any last comments? And people want to contact you or hang out with you, where could they do that?
At SJGeek89 on Twitter, and definitely on Google Plus, especially all the podnutz guys and gals. I just want to say thanks again.
Sorry, man. What's your Google Plus handle thing?
Sean Johnson, I believe. It's just under that. Yeah.
Cool.
It's a little weird. If he's in your Google contacts, it's much easier to find him. So, just shoot us an email here. I'm going to figure out a way to where I can easily share my circle to other Podnutzians.
Gotcha.
Yeah, or sjgeek89@gmail.com. I'm not really too concerned about it. But I just want to say thanks again for having me on the show. I love coming on here, man. It's great hanging out with you guys and just talking about, what people think we're geeky for, loving these things. And I want to say in ending that if you were to look up geek, you would see episode 47, post-show, 4 guys staring like this for about a half an hour playing a video game of remote controlled airplanes. So, but it was fun.
I agree. That was one of my favorite post shows.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Well, thanks, man. We love having you on, and definitely you're going to be back on soon, hopefully.
All right.
Eric, how about you?
You can Google Plus me at Eric Ardini. It's ARDUINI, and it's Eric with a C. You can visit my website at www.siliconwrench.com. Type in Silicon Wrench in the Google Android app market, and you can get my Android app, and siliconwrench@gmail.com. And if you look up the word geek, it's an 18th century Austria-Hungary were freaks shown by in some circuses in the 19th century. I think at one point, didn't it have something to do with people who eat chickens?
Get off the heads of chickens.
Bite their heads off or something.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're circus freaks.
And there was a local movie made in this town that I'm at called Howard the Geek, or no. Oh, man, it was a horrible movie. It was
Howard the
something
Duck?
the Geek.
Yeah, Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Luther the Geek. I'm sorry, it was Luther the Geek. If you ever want to see a bad movie that was made in Illinois.
Freaks and Geeks was a good show.
Yes, it was. Definitely a great show, man.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, I love that show.
Judd Apatow,
Judd Apatow is the director, and Jason Segel, right?
Jason Segel.
Yeah.
James Franco.
Yeah. The main character girl, she's cute.
Wow.
She was on ER.
Dude, she's in Scooby Doo.
Oh, really? I haven't seen Scooby Doo.
She's Velma Dinkley.
Really? She was also in Grandma, something with Grandma's House, Grandma's Boy, or something like that.
Oh, even if you look at the post or the link I put in the show notes, you got to see the title, the cover of this DVD is crazy.
Of what? The
Luther the Geek.
Luther the Geek. Let me put it in right now.
Oh yeah, the cover is bad.
Let's see for anybody who's watching on video.
A movie with a foul bite.
Nice.
That's a stupid ad.
Cluck, cluck, cluck.
Ew. It's horrible. It got 5 stars. It's not too bad. A movie with a foul bite? That's ridiculous.
Well, it's 5 out of 10, Steve.
Yeah, it's 5 out of 10.
No, but I've seen IMDb's bomb. Yeah, I should have said 5 out of 10. I'm sorry, but on IMDb, that's actually not too bad. But it only got 30 reviews. Anyway, thanks everybody who did tune in to watch the show or is downloading it and listening to it in a recorded fashion. That's going to be it for Android App Addicts for this week. Thanks everybody, and see you next time.